Hey, 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 Kids Incorporated fans! Give me a few seconds here and let me make sure everything is up and running. That is a fan-made video with a countdown by me and, of course, Wild Orchids singing Emotions by the Bee Gees. So this is the first of many episodes. One moment. Okay, I have checked myself and I can hear that you hear me. So, welcome in, Kids Incorporated fans. This is the first of many parts that I'm going to show over the last 40 years. There have been fans broadcast a lot of fan videos and put it out there on the net. And of course, I've been doing live streams for 18 years for the fans with contests. Many of you have won a T-shirt just like mine, and to have that happen, there has to be a lot of people on the live stream. Great seeing you too there, a Capalasa, Panda, that we are live and we are seeing you chat. Let's chat, Kids Incorporated. So this is going to be a lot different than a lot of the other live streams in the past. Again, a lot of fans have posted and made fan videos of Kids Incorporated and posted it on the internet. Let's get a real quick example from Goonie Girls, Self-Control. Now, over the last week, I've been posting updates on what you're going to see. Now, I'm very excited to bring Anthony Harrell, the ninth season cast member, on to the live stream. He's been on many times on the Instagram channel and on this YouTube channel, and he's going to come live on May the 30th. You can join live also and request to be in the live stream on the Instagram thing. More on that later. Now, let's watch a video real quick. This is created by Goonie Girl 18 plus years ago as a fan about how, she wanted and interprets Kids Incorporated. This is pretty cool because she interacts the emotions of scenes from the show with the music in the background. Let's check it out. Land of Confusion.
Today
Okay, that's interesting. That's actually the first time I actually sat down and watched the full video that Goonie Girl made. Now she has other ones, and we'll watch those as time goes by. But that is an example of fans making and posting their fandom and keeping, well, in this case, the Kids Inc. fandom alive. Now, I'm going to get to the Anthony Harrell information soon. The link I'm going to automatically share soon. It's going to be posted here on the description side of this live stream and on other posts. So keep in tune of that because you're going to have, I agree, a Panda that is a great video. So keep tuned. Now we're gonna watch some of Anthony's other live streams with us in the past to give you an idea of how it's going to go during that live stream. I've had other cast members of the show on before, but we need to pick up the fandom. We need to keep the Kids Inc. fandom alive. There are other fan clubs out there that are, doing what they're doing, but they don't watch the full episodes. Now, here soon, there is a good buddy of mine that's going to come on Kids Incorporated on his YouTube channel and maybe do live streams and watch full episodes. It's not the first time that he has broadcasted live streams either, but I've been doing it for fairly a long time, every other month, if not every other couple, 3 months, for the last 18 years. So let's get to something here. I don't think we're going to watch the Christie one. It is called The Truth of Kids Incorporated, and she makes a history and her opinions about. Now, a lot of these are opinions about how the show and the history of the show went. So it is interesting. But Mike's is very interesting. There are other ones that are made that I have up for viewing today. Now, on other TV shows, they refer to Kids Incorporated on the show. Glee was no exception to it. This is a very short clip where they mention Kids Incorporated on the episode. Check it out.
Why don't you sit there talk and wave your big funny finger? Yeah? Okay. It's so exciting.
Now I can get you backstage if you want.
Oh, hey. We're all dressed up. You look like a cast member of Kids Incorporated.
Oh, I really want to loosen up a bit, so I'm helping the kids do Britney. Outrageous, right?
Yeah.
Showtime.
Yeah, there's nothing to stand up and cheer about.
Hey, Coach.
So did you catch it? I think she said he looks like a cast member of Kids Incorporated. So that's not the only TV show that has mentioned the show on other TV shows. So and that was on over 20 years ago, so we can post it and watch these things. Okay, let's get to a fan-made video. All of these things are on YouTube at this point. And one thing that I've noticed on a lot of these fan posts, they refer to the Peter Pan episode the most. And I'm not sure if it's because of the quality or if it's because of Stacy and Fergie being so popular. I really can't put my finger on it, but they all always go back to that episode. They also go back to Who's Johnny when the World Traveler was on the show. But they all seem to focus in and around the 1986-87 season when Disney was getting a hold of the show and making the episodes. So this right here is from Mike. He is going to be funny on his clips and broadcasts. It's 23 minutes. Let's go ahead and check it out. Stay tuned. Let's chat about it right here. I know we've got a few viewers right now, and everybody's celebrating Mother's Day. And before that, we have a message from Jennifer Love Hewitt. Let's hear from her about today on Mother's Day, and let her read a little bit of her book, Inherited Magic, page 22. And then we're going to jump right into Mike's fan-made video. Here we go.
Hey, Ryan Lambert here. You're watching the All Cool, All Request Kids Incorporated fan page by Charlie on Facebook and YouTube. Enjoy.
Hey, it's Fergie here. I just wanted to say thank you so much to all my fan sites. You guys are sending so much love, and I just wanted to say thank you. I love you so much, and stay safe. Mwah.
What's up, y'all? Anthony Harrell here from the 9th season of Kids Incorporated, and you're watching the All Cool, All Request Kids Incorporated Fans by Charlie on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
Okay, because it's Mother's Day, I wanted to read a little something from my book for those who maybe don't have the book yet. You can get it. It does make a great Mother's Day gift. And for those who do have it, I just wanted you to hear me read it out loud. So this is on page 22 of Inheriting Magic, and it's a little something that I wrote about Mother's Day. Magical thoughts on Mother's Day. I was really thinking about Mother's Day this year. I was remembering all the brunches, flowers, cards, and Mother's Day moments I had with my mom before she passed. And I realized this. My mom was grateful for every flower, brunch, card, and moment on that day every year. But I think what she really wanted was to see and feel that all she gave to me as a mom mattered. She wanted to share stories with me about who she was and have me listen. She wanted to give me advice and then watch me apply it and have it help. She wanted me not to roll my eyes every time she asked for one more hug or kiss. She wanted me to just once understand all it took to make that birthday party or holiday really magical. She didn't want me to challenge her every time she had to be tough or set rules. She wanted me to say thank you, not for things. So I like to make it more a day about how lucky I feel to be a mom and how lucky we are to have each other. But as a mom myself, I do now wish at those brunches that I would have said how much I appreciated her, how much I witnessed her do, how deeply her love made a difference in my life every day. I wish I would have never rolled my eyes and hugged her tighter and kissed her more instead. I can only hope she felt seen by me even once. So to all the moms, I see you. Being a mom is everything, and everything is also a lot to carry. Spoil your moms if you have them. Send cheers to your moms in heaven so they can hear you, and be kind to a mom around you because you never know what she is going through. Make sure your moms know that they matter.
Line. Hey everyone, welcome to Mike's Little Lookbacks. On this episode, we're going back to 1984 to explore a kids musical series. This lookback was requested by viewer Emily Green. Thanks, Emily. If there's a show you'd like to see me cover on here, mention it in the comments. This is my little look back at Kids Incorporated. Kids Incorporated was a children's musical television program that ran in syndication from 1984 to 1986 and on the Disney Channel from 1986 to 1994. The series was created by Thomas W. Lynch and Gary Biller. Thomas would go on to become a very successful creator of tween television shows, including The Secret World of Alex Mack, The Journey of Alan Strange, Caitlin's Way, and Scout's Safari. Kids Incorporated was the first show created by Lynch and Biller, and was not immediately successful. A pilot for the series was shot in 1983 and shopped around, but it was not picked up by any major network. It did, however, succeed on getting distribution by MGM United Artists Entertainment Co. Television and began airing in syndication on September 1st, 1984. It's a show where kids will be singing covers of popular music, and I'm calling it Kids Incorporated. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying, but have you considered kids in syndication instead? The series pilot had 4 cast members played by Jerry Sherrill, Renee Sands, Marta Marrero, aka Martika, and Stacey Ferguson. Stacey Ferguson? Why does that sound so familiar? What the hell was that? Well, anyway, Stacey Ferguson. Ferguson. Seriously, what the f? I can't think with all that racket. Ah well, whatever, she's probably nobody of relevance. A fifth cast member joined the show after the pilot was already filmed. Rasan Patterson would be known as the Kid. Additional scenes to introduce the character were filmed in 1984 and added to the pilot. In it, the Kid is new in town and too shy to audition for the band. Even though the pilot didn't air on television, it was released on home video in 1985 as Kids Incorporated: The Beginning. Throughout the entire run of the show, the cast would change quite frequently. Their ages ranged from about 8 to mid-teens, but they would be removed from the show when they would age out. Some characters would have their disappearances addressed on the show, while most would just vanish, like a kid on a milk carton. Do I have to explain that reference, or can I just assume that most people who are watching my videos are old enough to have actually seen a picture on a milk carton? I think we're fine. Other cast members throughout the run of the show included Moosey Dreyer, Ryan Lambert, Kenny Ford Jr., Sean O'Riordan, Richard Schaff, Jennifer Love Hewitt, Haley Johnson, Anastasia Horn, Devin Pewitt, as well as many others, including a plethora of backup dancers. Stacey Ferguson would hold the record for longest-running cast member with 6 seasons before her departure. A few cast members, including Jerry Sherrill, would leave after just 1 season. Sherrill's departure after season 1 was supposedly the result of him being unhappy with the show's bizarre storylines. Dude, you were on a show where a kid band performs at a kid's nightclub. Were you expecting Shakespeare? Ugh, this script. Another dream sequence? Can't we just get back to the realistic dance club populated by children? The plot revolved around the band called Kids Incorporated, made up of 5 to 6 cast members at any given time, performing at The Place, which was a former music club called The Palace, but the A burned out on the sign and it was never replaced. Wait, you're raking in dough from this successful band and presumably a 2 virgin drink minimum, and you can't replace a bulb? That's just poor management. Aside from band performances, the show would tackle various issues that would be affecting the band members, including crushes, peer pressure, jealousy, friendship, and child abuse. Oftentimes, additional music numbers would play out as a way to illustrate what the characters were feeling. As music was the biggest part of the show, how was it? Pretty damn good, as it turns out. The show featured covers of popular songs such as Message in a Bottle by The Police, Physical by Olivia Newton-John, Everybody Have Fun Tonight by Wang Chung, Livin' on a Prayer by Bon Jovi, Hip Hop Hooray by Naughty by Nature, Motown Philly by Boyz II Men, and hundreds of others. Due to the age of the performers and the show's target demographic, songs with objectionable lyrics would have them replaced with lyrics that were inoffensive, although on occasion, some songs of this type were performed as they were written. Examples of this would be Dancing with Myself by Billy Idol and Smooth Criminal by Michael Jackson. All cast members performed their own vocals. However, since they were a band, they were also seen playing instruments on occasion. In those cases, they were pretending, as none of the cast knew how to play musical instruments, except for Haley Johnson in 1997, who could play the guitar. Additionally, some of the cast were trained dancers, and would get to occasionally showcase those skills as well. The show also featured some pretty big guest stars, including Florence Henderson, David Hasselhoff, Billy Blanks, and Ruth Buzzy of Laugh-In fame. Well, with all this talent and great music involved, I'm guessing the show was an instant success, with every network who passed on it being instantly regretful. In syndication, the show's airing times would depend on local television stations, which resulted in constantly shuffled time slots. This affected the show's ratings, and it was canceled May 25, 1986, though reruns continued to air on the CBN through the end of the year. Due to positive ratings of the reruns during the summer of 1986, the show was given a second chance when the Disney Channel bought the rights to the series. The show resumed production at Hollywood Center Studios with new episodes and began airing on the Disney Channel November 3, 1986. The show would run on the Disney Channel until the end of its 6th season in 1990, when it would go on hiatus for a year. During that time, most of the current cast aged out or moved on to other projects, and when the show resumed, only 2 cast members returned with it, Kenny Ford and Jennifer Love Hewitt. The show would air until 1993, when it would go on another hiatus after filming only 10 episodes of the 9th season. Budget cuts and the expiration of Disney's lease with MGM prompted the cancellation of the series. The last episode aired on January 9, 1994, but reruns would continue to air until May 30, 1996, making it the longest running show in the Disney Channel's history. Now, I haven't seen this show since I was a kid, but I remember having a fondness for it. So now it's time to watch an episode and find out if it holds up or if my enjoyment was just a fever dream. We're taking a look back at the Season 3 episode, Peter Pan. The episode begins with one of the greatest theme songs in the history of kids television, and as if that wasn't already enough to get me pumped, before we even get to the opening musical number, this appears on screen. What? We're gonna see a tiny AC Slater dancing his heart out? I can't wait! The episode proper begins with a cover of the Neutron Dance performed by Ryan Lambert and Rasan Patterson, and the girls singing backup while doing some choreography that involves a lot of jazz hands. I've always wondered when these little concerts are happening. I mean, there's never any parents with the kids when they're watching, so is this in the afternoon and in a world where no one has homework? Ever? And if so, younger me would have killed to live in this town.
Naturally.
After the song, we cut to the kids reading some of the classics, like great detective stories, rock and roll, comic book, and Peter Pan. Side note, comic book is my favorite comic book of all time, though I can never remember if it was published by Marvel or DC. Renee enters the room with some big news. Her mother is having another baby. The kids are way too excited about this news, especially Rasan.
That's terrific! Babies are the best.
Have you met babies? They're the worst. They're always crying and crapping and crying and crapping. Anyway, the only person not excited about the baby is baby Black Eyed Peas, who is the current baby of the family. Martika can tell that something is wrong and asks her what's up. Stacy says that she's gotten used to being the baby. Martika says that now she'll get to be something new, all grown up. Stacy says that she doesn't want to grow up, but Martika says that everyone has to grow up sometime, unless you're Peter Pan. Okay, so the episode is called Peter Pan, right? And we've seen Stacy reading Peter Pan and saying that she doesn't want to grow up, and now Martika has made another Peter Pan reference, so I wonder where this is going.
You're never gonna guess in a million billion years.
The kids hear the following sound from outside the room. Okay, I'll give you 3 guesses as to what that sound was supposed to be, and unless you've seen the episode, I guarantee you guessed wrong.
But it's cold, it's not fun.
Really, Riley? Couldn't even be bothered to do the "I'm so thick" voice. Okay. Anyway, Riley's there to tell the band that they need to get ready for their next concert number.
You guys aren't gonna be fine if you're late for your next concert number, come on.
Okay, but you don't have to be a meanie.
How was he being mean? He literally just gave you a reminder to get ready for the next number. I mean, maybe that's mean for Riley, though all I remember about Riley is that he's not the brightest bulb on the palace sign.
Just because you're not feeling well doesn't mean you have to act like Captain Hook.
Oh, I see. They had to say he was mean so that we could squeeze in another Peter Pan reference. Anyway, I'm guessing Stacy isn't needed for the next number because everyone else leaves to go perform and she just dives back into her Peter Pan book saying how she wishes she was Peter Pan. We transition to the band on stage performing their next number, and magically Stacy is on stage with them even though she was literally just reading her book. Probably ran out there at the last second. What a diva. Anyway, the band performs a cover of Move Away, and we get a glimpse of Mario Lopez on drums. As the song ends, Stacy begins hallucinating that she's Peter Pan.
Where are we? And how did we get here?
And why are we wearing these goofy clothes?
Wait, what? So, Stacy, let me get this straight. In your fantasy, you're Peter Pan, but the other members of the band are just the members of the band who were transported to Neverland from the stage and are now dressed like the Lost Boys. Why wouldn't they just be the Lost Boys? I don't want to tell anyone how to play make-believe, but you're doing it wrong.
Wrong!
Also, she's not Peter Pan, by the way. She's
Peter Pan with an M!
You realize that Pan is the surname, yeah? So you're still calling yourself Peter. Shouldn't you have changed it to Patty Pan or Penny Pan? Anyway, the kids don't believe that they're in Neverland at first, but after Stacy declares that in Never Neverland they can be Kids Incorporated forever, everyone seems to just go with it, and we transition to the kids all playing hide and seek until Riley starts coughing again? So does everyone have a cold now? Peter Pan says to run, and Captain Hook tells Smee to get them in what I guess is a pirate voice.
You'll not escape me this time, Peter Pan!
Also, I'm not going to say that the intro to this dance number was poorly choreographed, but Hook almost takes out Rasan trying to get to his mark. We then get what I assume is an original song for the show, Yo Ho Ho, featuring a very historically accurate pirate dance. Get it, Mario! You got f***ing robbed on Dancing with the Stars! Sorry. Anyway, as the song concludes, Peter and the band manage to drive off the pirates, but their celebration is short-lived, as apparently Stacy is the only one who wants to stay in Neverland.
We should all leave Neverland now. Leave? Never! No one ever leaves here.
The kids all give reasons why they want to go home. Rasan wants to be a superstar, Renee wants to become the first woman president, Ryan wants to go to college someday, and Martika wants to get her driver's license. Two of those ambitions are not like the others. Martika, Ryan, dream bigger, guys. Dream bigger. They all tell Peter that they want to grow up and that they want her to go with them. Stacy says that she needs time to think about it and that she'll let the others know when she's ready. This leads to a cover of the Phil Collins song, Take Me Home. Oh, I think I just found out what little Fergie is not good at. Lip syncing. As the song concludes, Stacy rejoins the others and says that it's time to go home, and we transition back to the stage where everyone was at the end of the Move Away cover. Backstage, Stacy's outlook on having a baby brother/sister has changed, and she's ready for someone else to be the baby so she can grow up. Ryan asks what changed her mind, and she says that it was their trip to Neverland. Everyone else is clearly confused, so Stacy tries to remind everyone of her delusion.
There she is now.
Wait, so we're going with the Peter Pan thing was real and not just a fantasy from the girl who was reading the Peter Pan book? Okay. Also, I'd like to point out just one weird little coincidence. The episode is from 1986, and while in Neverland, Stacy performs a cover of a Phil Collins song. Then, a mere 5 years later, in 1991, Phil Collins would have a brief cameo in the Peter Pan-inspired film Hook.
Of course, you know, it is entirely possible that this whole thing is some kind of ridiculous prank.
The episode ends with the kids performing a cover of Back in Time, the Huey Lewis song from Back to the Future, and features Ryan Lambert doing some pretty impressive fake guitar playing. While it's obvious the show had a low budget and it's easy for adult me to savagely pick apart the plot, I do think the show holds up as a solid bit of kids' entertainment. The singers do a great job with the song covers, the dancers do solid work with the choreography, and you can see why a lot of the cast would go on to bigger success in their adult careers. I just think it's a shame that the show isn't available on Disney+. I mean, one could maybe argue that it might be difficult to acquire the song rights to do that, but then again, it's not like Disney's hurting for money, so make it happen.
I'll let you know when I'm ready.
What are your thoughts on Kids Incorporated? Is it something you watched as a kid, or is this the first time you've heard of it? Would you ever consider opening a kids-only music club? And if so, would your drink menu contain all the big brands? Kool-Aid, Sunny D, Hawaiian Punch, High C? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if there is something from your childhood that you want to see me tackle on the show, mention it in the comments. Now, if you'll excuse me, these music numbers with choreo are killing me. Don't worry, guys, I'm gonna get it. Wait, what do you mean I should have aged out 30 years ago? Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and a share. It really goes a long way to helping out the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell icon to be notified when more Little Look Back episodes go up. Thanks, everyone.
So that is Mike's YouTube post about Kids Incorporated. Apparently, he posts on other TV shows and music artists and things like that. But he went all out as a Kids Incorporated fan and really did his homework on some of the basic history about the show and the cast members and things like that. So this is what I'm talking about, and this is something that I'm going to start airing in parts. The Christie one, which is the truth about Kids Incorporated, a very popular documentary on the show of Kids Incorporated. We'll watch in part two. It is over 33 minutes long. There are several of the fans that have made just as long videos about the show, and we'll watch those soon. I want to go ahead and get into the full episode of Kids Incorporated, but I want to get into one thing about the Anthony Harrell interview that I'll have on Instagram. He will be live. You will be able to join us and ask him questions. Now, he was on not only Kids Incorporated, the ninth season, 1993, he was on Saved by the Bell, the new class, and a lot of people do not know that. They don't even know that the new class was a series of episodes of Saved by the Bell after the main series Saved by the Bell was aired. I have had Anthony on the YouTube and Instagram channel many times. That interview will be on May the 30th for his birthday on May the 31st when he turns 48. Here's a little clip of that from the past to give you an idea. Now, we did discuss the full episode that I'm going to jump right into right after the short clip of Anthony and me talking about a year ago on the live stream there. We're not endorsing that quitting school and not completing school is the way to go. We're just saying that don't ever give up, because even if you don't have that GED or high school diploma, but you're trying in life to make it, that's all that counts. And you can still make it in the world and make it big too. Here's something that kind of refers that. Let me get to that, and we're going to watch when Anthony wanted to quit school because he couldn't really take it, and that's from 1993. And we'll watch that, and we will talk about this. And thank you for always keeping that Kids Inc. fandom alive. Here we go.
Hey, Ryan Lambert here. You're watching the All Cool, All Request Kids Incorporated fan page by Charlie on Facebook and YouTube. Enjoy.
Hey, it's Fergie here. I just wanted to say thank you so much to all my fan sites. You guys are sending so much love, and I just wanted to say thank you. I love you so much, and stay safe. Mwah.
What's up, y'all? Anthony Harrell here from the 9th season of Kids Incorporated, and you're watching the All Cool, All Request Kids Incorporated Fans by Charlie on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
He should be joining us. There he is. Hey there, Anthony. How's it going?
Am I coming in clear?
You're coming in clear. Yeah, I know how it comes in and out there, so.
I had to come to my house because it's better internet.
Yeah. You gotta get next to the box there.
Yeah.
But ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Harrell from 1993, Kids Incorporated. He's been on here a couple other times, but
hello, everybody.
We got a couple other people here that are already on here, so if they want to join, you can always hit the join button. You said something on one of the interviews that I actually had to erase, so we're not going to get into that. But it kind of stuck on my mind there for a little bit about quitting school. And incidentally, you had made an episode about that, and about wanting to quit school or something like that, about a bad grade, about a bad taking one test and it was like real hard and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to bounce back to the 1984 season 1, and it was sort of like that, but the kids were pressuring him to not go to the David Hasselhoff concert, which he's not right, the guy that's on that show.
Mm-hmm.
And of course he sang on that show. But like I said, we did an interview, but I had to erase it. I didn't actually erase it. I kind of took it off the format about school. And so I'm going to kind of let you kind of lead the way of what I'm trying to say maybe, and your views and opinions, because I have a view and opinion about it too. And by the way, folks, we're not endorsing quitting school by any means. I'm kind of trying to say something like, COVID has been out there and things have been, chaotic when it comes to school online, maybe education wasn't necessarily there, but if you don't and you go out and get your GED, it is like the same thing as getting a high school diploma. But there are things that don't necessarily have to have that, and you can still be, successful. Am I sounding right about that? Because it kind of stuck with me, when we mentioned that.
Yeah. I guess I'll just bounce right into this. It's a very serious conversation that needs to be had because school is very important. As a matter of fact, hi Susie. A friend of mine, Susie, just joined. She like paints all my pictures and my family's pictures. She's a great artist. But anyway, as a matter of fact, coincidentally, my two sons right now are in the living room doing their homework. They're homeschooled because of the pandemic and everything. They're homeschooled by their mother, and she does a great job. I love her so much for that. And they go to school like for about an hour a day for reading, and then they come back home. And my wife, she's working with them right now. But yeah, I understood why you had to erase me saying I dropped out of school. It was a trip seeing that episode that you sent me. I had a chance to watch it earlier today.
Well, you weren't the reason I erased it, so
Oh, okay, that's good. That's good to know. Well,
I would have actually loved that for that to stick there, and it kind of like we were doing a couple other interviews at the same time with yours, and I kind of heard it on the side of my ear, and then it stuck with me there for a minute, so kind of wanted to bring it back.
Yeah.
To be successful, do you necessarily, we know you have to have an education up to some kind of a level, but do you have to have that high school diploma or GED to be, maybe in today's world, but do you think that it would still, back in your day, being successful of some level now compared to your decisions back then, would it still work now?
Here's the thing. I'll answer that like this. We don't want to, although I did leave school. I left school in 12th grade, so I almost went the full way. I left in 12th grade. I'll get into that a little bit later, but the thing about quitting school is just the quitting part. You know what I mean? Like, I would never encourage anybody to quit anything, especially school, because it's an education, and at a young age, it gives you the mindset that quitting or leaving something is okay. You know what I mean? And that's a very dangerous mind state to have as a kid. You have to have discipline implemented in you as a kid, and finishing school is the most important thing. So let me get that straight first. Although I didn't finish, and I quit for the right reasons, which I'll get into, but although I didn't finish, I always encourage my sons to do, to stay focused and work hard. And as a matter of fact, I don't even know that they know that I quit school, so I kind of got to be quiet because they're in there right now. I don't want them to know that quite yet. Oh
my gosh.
Yeah, they're
gonna hit the interview and be like, "What?"
my son Eli, he's almost 10, and he has a real hard time focusing, and I don't want him to think that quitting is even close to okay. Not, but however,
he should join. Okay, Kids Incorporated fans, we've got a little technical difficulties trying to get the episode up from the ninth season. So let's just move on to Christy then. She has made a video a few years back about the truth about Kids Incorporated, and this is her version as a fan about what Kids Incorporated meant to her. And sorry, I got all these things going on at the same time. So it is over 33 minutes long, but it is kind of detailed. We are chatting about the fans making videos of Kids Incorporated for over the last 40 years. So let's chat about Christie's video about the truth about Kids Incorporated. Here we go.
Isn't it funny that we started the video in full poof and now we're down to this? Hello, hello. The room is so much better because you are here, so thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Christy, and today we will be talking about a show that was my favorite childhood show growing up, and that is Kids Incorporated.
Everybody look around, hear the sound, something special's gonna come your way.
So that is the reason we are wearing denim today, and we got our hair tweezed up to kind of look like Stacey Ferguson from back in the day. For those of you that may not know, Kids Incorporated was a Disney Channel TV show, one of the first ones, and it spanned from 1984 all the way to 1994. The only reason I got to experience Kids Incorporated was because my parents saw that one of my older cousins really enjoyed the show, so they thought, hey, whenever we have kids, it'll be a good idea to record this show to VHS tapes so they have like all the episodes or whatnot. And it's funny because I didn't really have the episodes, I would have just the songs. As I grew up and the internet started becoming a thing, I really loved to like find more information on the castmates, on the shows, seeing the episodes from the songs that I used to know and all of this, but surprisingly there isn't a lot of information on the show online. It's kind of limited to fan clubs that have done an incredible job in really finding these videos and remastering them, and then maybe once or twice like a celebrity that was on the show makes a callback of the show. But besides that, it isn't anywhere. You can't like stream it on an official like Disney Plus site as you would like another Disney Channel original show. So since then, and since I realized there isn't a lot of information on this online, I figured I really wanted to make a video about it and document what I know, what I've read online. It might not be 100% accurate, but it is what there is online, and it is what I got to see growing up. So hopefully if you watch Kids Incorporated, this is going to be a fun, nostalgic train back to childhood. And if you haven't, this is a great time to discover such an amazing show that was the start for so many big celebrities that continue to kill it even years after the show ended. I really hope you enjoy the research behind this. Kids Incorporated was a show that featured young characters, either in their teens or a little younger, that worked together in a band called, you guessed it, Kids Incorporated. They would work together in a place called the Palace that used to be called the Palace, but the A burnt down, so it just ended up being called the place. The band would sing songs in the actual stage, and they would also sing songs throughout the plot to just express how they were feeling. So in many ways, Kids Incorporated was kind of like the first Glee, you know, using songs that were either hits currently or hits from the past and embedding them in a storyline, but also performing them just as Glee did it.
Don't try to resist me. Open your heart to me, baby. Open your heart to me, baby.
As far as the plot ranged from all types of things, like having kids have their parents go through a divorce, studying for a really big exam, understanding the issues and really hard rabbit holes of fame. There really wasn't like a common theme. Every episode did not continue from the previous one, and they all had their own topic. The show gave us the opportunity to meet incredible talent, some of which stayed in the industry to become household names, and others that continued their paths outside of Hollywood. Some of the names you may recognize can be Fergie, Jennifer Love Hewitt,
Just made one mistake. I didn't know what to say when you called me baby. We're naked and I just can't take it.
Melinda?
Sorry, Andrea and I own an antique store.
Eric Balfour.
I don't need to fall at your feet, girl, 'cause you cut me to the bone.
Well, I'm not gonna throw you off my boat. You still got half a glass. It's expensive bourbon.
Dream, baby, got me dreaming sweet dreams. That time too.
Roseanne Patterson.
Never knew what my heart would be facing. I guess I must have been blind, saying goodbye to you. Then keep me. Oh, hey, I love you. Yes, I do.
And Mario Lopez.
But I've never had any sort of formal or professional training. And
yeah, so he claims he had no professional training, and yet our sources today dug up this revealing video from a little show called Kids Incorporated. Yeah, no formal training? No, I don't believe it. You sneaky little pirate.
The list goes on. And for many of these people, Kids Incorporated was the first gig that they had in Hollywood and the first gig to like kickstart their whole career.
And that became my first acting job. And slowly but surely, I started building a career over the next few years. And it was very, very slow, the progression, because I did that show. I basically shot the television show for the Disney Channel. And after 3 months of shooting, I was like, all right, I'm going to go back to my life, I guess. But then, like 9 months later, they were like, hey, we're going to do another season. And I got approached by a manager of one of the other kids on the show who said, well, I think you should go audition for this other thing, this pilot for ABC. And I happened to get this pilot.
So that's a really good basic rundown about what the show was about. Now let's actually discuss what the format was. Each episode would have 5 songs, 4 cover songs, and 1 original song. So from these 5 songs, generally 3 of these were normally sang on stage, so they were performing the song for their job. The other 2 songs would be more of like plot songs. So they would sing these songs like, you know, expressing their emotions, or it would be in between songs whenever something happened. And these songs were really fun because it would have a lot of choreography, a lot of costuming, a lot of props. It would feel more like a music video rather than just like a performance song. Their characters' names were usually named after their real name. So for example, Fergie, her actual name is Stacey Ferguson, as you know, by Fergalicious.
Always claim they know me, coming to me, call me Stacey.
Haley Johnson, her name was Haley on the show too. And then you would have like off ones like Jennifer Love Hewitt, her name in the show is actually Robin. Apparently there was another girl that was cast as her before her, but then they swapped last minute and the name of the girl was Robin and they kept it in.
It went from 1100 to 40 and I was there, and then it went to 20, and then it went to 10, and then it went to 5, and it came down between me and another girl, and the other girl got it. And I was pretty sad.
But Jennifer's audition haunted Thomas, causing him to reconsider.
I said, okay, I can't make it work. I want the other girl. And that's when love came into it.
So with the same rule of 5 songs, there are also usually and generally 5 characters in the main cast. And these would consist of 3 girls usually and 2 boys. There were some seasons that this changed, but this seemed to be like the common theme. Every year brought a new season. So seasons weren't named like American Horror Story and they have like their own theme like Coven. No, this was more by the year. So like if you want to refer to the season of 1984, it's literally Kids Incorporated 1984. And that's how you know what season you're talking about, and every year was its own unique season. Since every season changed, a lot of the characters would age out of their roles, so it was very common to see, you know, not the same actors from 1986 go on to 1987, maybe like 3 would continue on, but 2 would stay the same. However, there were many actors that stayed throughout a lot of the season. Like for example, bringing Fergie back into the equation, she was one of the longest running actresses in Kids Incorporated because she was in the pilot in 1983, the first season was 1984, and she was on the show all the way till 1989. So she was the one that actually was the longest on Kids Incorporated for a total of 5 seasons. So as I mentioned earlier, Kids Incorporated's cinematic universe was very weird. Like, there weren't any adults. There was only really one adult, which used to be the person that would take care of the soda fountain. And like, if anyone wants a drink, he usually had like a great lesson. Sometimes you would see parents and they would usually be like guest starring for that specific episode. But Kids Incorporated had a lot of cool guest stars. They had Brittany Murphy, for example. They also had Barry Williams from the Brady Bunch that played one of the characters' dad. So it was a lot of fun. They got to feature a lot of great talent that was rising at that time too in the show. So that was a format breakdown. Let's actually go into production and everything that had to do with it being on Disney Channel. So even though Disney Channel ended up having the rights to the show, it wasn't always like this. Creators of the show, Thomas Lynch and Gary Biller, shot the pilot in 1983, and they went to a lot of different networks to try to get it to air and have them, buy the rights, or however it works with networks. They didn't manage to get it picked up, but they did manage to air it in syndication with MGM in 1984. Basically, that means that you have the right to air it, but you don't really have the rights to the show. So the cool part about syndication is that a lot of different networks can do it at the same time. And because each of these had the same schedule, it was really hard to see like how the ratings were doing because it wasn't a specific time. It was kind of scattered in different hours in different networks. So really, it seemed to be like it was performing not as great. So it was then when CNBC, now Freeform, started to air reruns at a more consistent schedule that Disney was like, hey, what's up with that? And Disney Channel actually wasn't that, like, the Disney Channel wasn't that old at that time. It was starting right around this time. So they thought, hey, we need content, and we need content that features kids. This looks like something that's right down our alley. So it was around in 1986 when Disney Channel acquired the rights for Kids Incorporated, already having shot 2 seasons, and they just continue to carry on the Kids Incorporated magic, but now on the Disney Channel.
Kids Incorporated, the syndicated children's show, is moving this fall to the Disney Channel.
So every year, Kids Incorporated would shoot their episodes in the summer, so that way the kids didn't miss school or anything.
We shot, I believe, 3 shows a week, 6 days a week. And those shows were each probably 40 or 50 pages each, so they had to learn a lot of dialogue, a lot of numbers.
It was all taping the show, so we had no life, basically.
They would continue production all the way until 1989. They did that season, but then they took a break in 1990, and that's when they invited 2 characters from the previous season onto the new season, and that's the season, 1991, that I got the most VHS tapes from. So now let's talk a little bit more about the rivalry between the Mickey Mouse Club and Kids Incorporated. And I'm using rivalry very loosely, like nobody hated each other, but it was very common for people to put 2 and 2 together because they were on the same channel and they were, singing songs from other artists. There were a lot of similarities to draw from. But the Mickey Mouse Club's new version, called the all-new Mickey Mouse Club, is probably the one you think about when you think of the Mickey Mouse Club, because the Mickey Mouse Club has been around since 1950s. But this is the version that you think about with Christina Aguilera, Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake. Actually, for 3 years, Disney Channel would air both Kids Incorporated and the Mickey Mouse Club on the same day, one after the other. One of my favorite Kids Inc. actors, Rasan Patterson, known as the Kid on the show, talent everywhere. Talent on his pinky finger is enough for a whole world, I swear. But he described it the best.
People don't know that about you. They don't know that Fergie and Mario Lopez were on shows like that. Yes. I mean, Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears were on that show as well.
Well, they were on the Mickey Mouse Club.
The Mickey Mouse Club. But wasn't that all like the same kind of concept?
Not really.
Was that your rivals?
They were our rivals in a way.
The Kids Incorporated.
Yeah, we had storylines and things
like
that.
A whole real band.
It was a real situation.
It was like the first Kids Bop kind of thing.
Yes, we played characters. They were themselves.
So basically what he was saying is we were characters on Kids Incorporated, but they played themselves. So it was actually a plot that they would carry out versus the Mickey Mouse Club would just follow their lives. So it was very different, really. So the next part is kind of fun if you followed the show but didn't really follow it chronologically. So we're gonna go through each season and the actors in each season and how they aged out and how they filled them up and how the format changed throughout the years. And I have my notes over here, which is why I'm looking this way. So the pilot went out in 1983 and Stacey Ferguson Ferguson, now Fergie, Martika, Jerry Sherrill, Renee Sands were all part of the pilot. So Rasan was still not part of the cast. Martika was known for many hits in the 80s and 90s. She even had a song called Toy Soldiers that was later sampled by Eminem. Renee Sands, actually after Kids Incorporated, joined a girl group with Fergie called Wild Orchid. But a fun fact that I didn't know about Renee is that if you like camp rock, you know the song called Here I Am? That was actually sung by Renee. It was dubbed by the actress in the movie. So that was really interesting. In 1984, Rasan joins as the kid along with the cast from the pilot. And then in 1985, Jerry aged out of his role and he was written out of the show to then have Ryan Lambert join in. So from the research I pulled, it seemed like Ryan was really like the heartthrob at the time. Like, I think that actually he and Stacy had like a really cute romantic situation going on, and I think you can kind of see it in some songs, but I don't know, I guess it's just very me just getting all like fangirly about it. There wasn't like hard proof or anything. So you may also know Ryan from the Monster Squad as Rudy. So in 1986, which was the year that Disney picked it up, the main cast was still the same. So it was probably a good idea from transition wise. Then in 1987, Martika continued her musical career outside of Kids Incorporated, and the slot was filled with Connie Lou. And this was the first time that we would have 3 girls and 3 boys, since there was another addition to the cast, Richard Schaff, and I think they were introduced together in the same episode. I may be wrong. Then in 1988, Renee leaves Kids Inc. and her slot is filled by Devin Puett, who has one of my favorite songs on Kids Incorporated. Like her rendition of Dreamin', so good. And then Rasan Patterson also leaves, so definitely big shoes to fill here. However, Kenny Ford Jr. killed it and he filled his shoes. I wouldn't even say he filled the shoes, he kind of made his own space, and he also ended up being one of my favorite characters. In 1989, Connie leaves and her slot is filled by Jennifer Love Hewitt, who was called Robin in the show. I think Ryan Lambert also left this season, but since there are already 3 girls and 3 boys, it kind of went back to the format of the 3 girls, 2 boys, so they kept it the same. And this was in 1989, Stacey Ferguson's last season. So this is when they took the hiatus in 1990, and they went back to 1991, and they invited Kenny Ford Jr. and Jennifer Love Hewitt. So in 1991, we're introduced to Anastasia Horn, an incredible vocalist, and she had a lot of like Broadway strong vocals, and I would always as a child be like, this lady is like incredible. Then Haley Johnson, I always wanted to look like Haley. I look nothing like Haley, but I always thought that she was really pretty and really adorable. And her character was more of like an extremely lovable character, and she was often like the butt of the joke. And of course, Eric Balfour was the new heartthrob, and he knew how to do it all. He knew how to rap, he knew how to act, he knew how to smile, he knew how to dance. He was a quadruple threat. Then in 1992, this is another season I had a lot of songs for, both Jennifer Love Hewitt and Eric Balfour leave, and they continue their careers in Hollywood, and they're replaced by Nicole Brown and Jared Delkin. And fun fact, Nicole was also a Barbie girl along with Jennifer Love Hewitt outside of Kids Incorporated, so they kind of have like really cool gigs right around the same time. And then in 1993, Kenny and Jared leave and they're replaced with Charlie Brady and Anthony Harrell. So this season was really cool because it felt more 90s, it felt more fresh, it felt more cool. The logo was rebranded, and I think they would sing songs that were more current rather than like Motown or like old hits like they used to in the previous seasons. Some sources say that there's an incomplete 1994 season, but I couldn't find footage of that. But if that were the case, it was probably the same cast of 1993 continuing on to 1994. According to Wikipedia, there seemed to be some budget cuts and some issues with like the lease with MGM. So production stopped right around this time, but they kept doing reruns all the way to 1996. So that's why it kind of felt like it took a really big portion of the 90s. Something that I would really appreciate about Kids Incorporated is how they would weave teachings within the plot. Every episode would teach you something. I didn't really have too many episodes in my VHS recordings. I'm sure that for people that actually watched the entire thing, they learned a lot, and that's beautiful, you know, having shows that would teach your children something, and I think we should continue to do that, you know?
It's a first for me, and I think it's a first for television. You've never seen a character portraying who's a clown who happens to have a disability. You've never seen that on television. What he shows to the little kids is that a handicap, a physical handicap or a mental handicap, is not something to be afraid of. It's something to be recognized, dealt with, and then get on with your life with it, not let it hold you back.
So there are a lot of wishful rumors wondering if Kids Incorporated is going to be a part of Disney Plus. From what I've seen, this is probably not going to happen. I mean, I would love if that could happen, seeing them all in chronological order and great quality, but I think that's probably not going to happen. Quality wasn't that great. I mean, probably when it was airing it was great, but the videos we have now are kind of like the copies of the copies of the copies. So I don't know if they have like a master recording of all of these. Not only that, but again, these are covers of songs. So I don't know if they have to like renew their like copyright rights to be able to stream these songs again. I don't know how that works, especially now if there's like a subscription and there's money involved. I don't know how that works, but I'm sure that has something to do. But if that ever happens, I'll let you know, or let me know, because I would love to binge the entire show. The other day, I managed to get some of the DVDs. I posted my journey and like watching it and how excited I was, and I tagged Haley and I tagged Eric, and they both like reshared my story, and I was like on cloud 9 on that day because I just felt it went completely full circle. And it's crazy because like I didn't grow up with them, but I did grow up with them, if that makes sense. I just hope that if as a kid you grew up with the show and you were looking for all these questions to be answered because it was such an awesome show, that this answers these for you. But yeah, I think the actors on Kids Incorporated were triple threats. I think the chemistry between actors was like, I don't know what happened behind the scenes, but definitely on camera they seem to get along like really well, and they're just, I don't know, it's a very wholesome show, and I'm just happy that I got to see it. So I really hope you enjoyed today's video. I had a blast just going back and remembering things and looking for when the actors now, and I'm sure you can relate to this, but like when an actor now talks about their experience on Kids Incorporated, like my heart just fills up with excitement. So this was more like Kids Incorporated 101. So maybe I can do a part 2. Let me know if you have any cool Kids Incorporated questions, and I'll go down that rabbit hole happily for you guys. Follow me on Instagram at Craig Christie. I post a lot of stories about nostalgia, things about the past, but I also share a lot of self-help and things about motivation, how to be a better person, how to have a good like morning routine. It varies, definitely like 2 different things, but we have fun over there. So if you want to join me, I'd love to have you. But thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you next time. Bye, you guys.
So that is Craig Christie, but she just calls herself Christy in real life. And that is a good fan-made video, and we're watching all of these things. There are tons of these things. Now, we've already watched two of them. I'm going to save more for upcoming parts of the fan posts. So things like that. Now, I talked about the Anthony Harrell interview on Instagram. I will continue to talk about this. This is your chance to ask him about his time on Kids Incorporated, and a lot of people do not know he was on Saved by the Bell as a cast member of the new class. So we want to make clear he wasn't on the first version of Saved by the Bell, but he was on as a main cast member on Saved by the Bell, the new class. And we're going to interview him on May the 30th. Now, he's already been on the channel here several times, and he has mentioned to me to mention to you, the fans, that he wants to entertain you with answering your questions. You can go live on the Instagram channel when that happens. I've already posted a link, and I'm going to post it in the description of all of these videos for you to get direct access on that come May the 30th. We want you to participate in this because this is going to determine how I'm going to look at doing live streams in the future for the YouTube channel here and other things because there is a Saved by the Bell new class and main fandom out there that we've gone and done interviews for that has a lot of popularity, but we want to bring it here and see if you guys will respond to this. Now, it hasn't worked out in the past because of other things that have happened, but regardless of all of those things, we want you to subscribe. We want you to have the opportunity to talk to the cast. We don't want to reserve any spots. I've never done that, and so everybody's always welcome to post your opinion and things like that. Now, we talked about, and I ran an interview we did about quitting school, and Anthony had a full episode of this on Kids Incorporated. And the only reason I mentioned that is to mention the episode, but also in real life, Anthony had quit school, and it did not delay him in life one bit. Now, we're not condoning quitting school, but we talked about it in the interview a couple years ago. I want to run that full episode. Let's talk about the 1993 episode of the ninth season with Anthony wanted to quit school. As everybody remembers, Rashawn had David Hasselhoff on the show, and he was doing real bad in school. But this is Anthony's version of it in 1993. Let's watch that. And let's talk about it. And here we go. Thank you for always keeping that Kids Inc. Fandom alive. Let's chat.
Hey, Ryan Lambert here. You're watching the All Cool, All Request Kids Incorporated fan page by Charlie on Facebook and YouTube. Enjoy.
Hey, it's Fergie here. I just wanted to say thank you so much to all my fan sites. You guys are sending so much love, and I just wanted to say thank you. I love you so much, and stay safe. Mwah.
What's up, y'all? Anthony Harrell here from the 9th season of Kids Incorporated, and you're watching the All Cool, All Request Kids Incorporated Fans by Charlie on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
Everybody look around, hear the sound, something special's gonna come your way. Hey, we got something that is new, that is true. We got something just for you today. All around the nation, with a new sensation. Have you heard? Have you heard? Have you heard? We're Kids Incorporated. K-I-D-S. Yeah. Kids Incorporated. K-I-D-S. Oh, looks like we made it. We're Kids Incorporated.
Pack it up, pack it in, let me begin. I came to win, battle me, that's a sin. I won't ever slack up, punk, you better back up. Try to play the role, and the whole crew will act up.
Get up, stand up, come on, throw your hands up if you got the feeling. Jump up, touch the ceiling, mugs, let the phone flow. Someone's talking junk, yo, look them in the eye, and then I'll take the kids' show.
Feeling funky, amps in the trunk, and I got more rhymes than there's cops that are drunk. Keep throwing a shot, sure enough I got props from the kids on the hill, with my mom and my pops. I came to get down, I came to get down, so get out your seat and jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around, jump up and get down, jump, 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 jump. I'll serve an ace like John McEnroe. If your girl steps up, I'm telling her no. Word to your moms, I came to play toms. I got more rhymes than the Bible's got psalms.
And just like the prodigal son, I've returned. Anyone stepping to me will get burned. Cause I got the lyrics and you ain't got none. If you come to battle, you better not run.
What if you do, you're a fool, cause I deal with the best. Try to step to me, you take your last breath. I got the skill, come get your bill. Cause when I rap the gift, I rap to kill. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around, jump up and get down. Jump, 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 jump. I'm the cream of the crop, I rise to the top. I never eat a pig, cause a pig is a lot. Or better yet, a Terminator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Tryna play me out like as if my name was Sega. I came to get down, I came to get down. So get out your seat and jump around, jump around, jump around, jump around, jump up and get down. Jump, 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 jump.
Thank you for calling the place. There's no one here to take your call. Please leave a message after the beep.
Tina, it's Kathy Brown. Remember me, college? I already left a message for you with Mrs. Agrupa. Can't hide from me forever. You have my number, call me.
Dina, what's with the machine?
Nothing.
Nothing?
All right. I'm avoiding someone.
And who's Miss Agrupa?
The name I made up the last time Kathy called. I was trying to put her off. Obviously, it didn't work.
Why are you so afraid of her?
Haley, we all do things in life we have to pay for later. I did something to Kathy a long time ago, and now she's come to collect.
This sounds great.
Actually, it's pretty embarrassing. Kathy and I knew each other in college, and I played this practical joke on her. I gave her this phony phone message from this guy, Bob. I told her to meet him in the parking lot. Well, I fell asleep, and I never went down to get her, and she wound up waiting an hour for him to ring. Well, she vowed one day she'd get revenge on me.
You think she'd hold a grudge like that?
You don't know her. Revenge? It's her middle name.
Is there anything we can do? Besides help you pack?
Yeah. From now on, let the machine pick up, okay? Make sure Anthony knows, too.
Hey, where's Anthony been? I don't know. I didn't see him at school today.
Speak of the man himself. Hey, Anthony, where you been hiding out? Why? Who wants to know? Hey, relax. Just haven't seen you around school, that's all. I was around.
You weren't in the cafeteria or at the assembly.
I guess we just keep missing each other. Anthony, the invisible man.
You can't stay undercover forever, Anthony.
I'm not undercover. Hey, if I had Mrs. Jenkins for math, I'd be undercover too.
Yeah, I really town.
Hi, Dina. Kathy again. I can't imagine why you're not calling me back. Anyway, I found out where you work. Maybe you'd rather I just surprised you.
I bet you're exaggerating her powers of revenge.
Couldn't you hear the evil in her voice? Maybe you'd rather I just surprised you? She's got something horrible planned for me. I just know it.
Maybe she's changed.
Why else would she be calling after all this time? Oh.
Dina's still hiding out from Kathy Brown. I never knew the place could have so many dark secrets.
And speaking of secrets, look at this.
What is it?
I found it on the ground outside of school. It's one of Anthony's math tests. He got an F.
Maybe that explains why he's been acting so funny. And why he hasn't been in school.
How do you know he hasn't?
Well, someone in his class told me he's called in sick for the past 3 days.
But he was fine yesterday.
I think there's another explanation. Hi, Dad. Hey, Charlie.
Hi, Anthony. Feeling better?
What do you mean?
You were out sick, weren't you?
Oh, I was. This morning I felt terrible. But all of a sudden this afternoon I'm fine again. Anthony, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you were skipping school. Skipping school? No way. Come on, Anthony. Look, you guys don't understand, okay? Everything's cool. Just leave me alone.
Where do you go? There's nothing you seem to know. What do you do from here? Is it best to run and hide, or face your feelings deep inside? Nothing seems real clear. I dream sweet harmony, simple as 1, 2, 3. But that's not how it's come to be. So I move away, turn and turn, so life won't burn. It makes me feel better. Turn and turn, so I won't get burned. Is this how to be? Miss friends from time ago are here to see me grow. Seems like I'm all alone. Memories of days gone by. Is it wrong for me to wanna cry? Sometimes I wish they were here. I dream sweet harmony, simple as 1, 2, 3. I guess it's not meant to be. So I move away, turn and turn, so light won't burn. It makes me feel better. Turn and turn, so I won't get burned. Is this how to be? Whoa.
Anthony. Hey, Charlie. I didn't see you around school again today, buddy. So what are you getting at, Charlie? I thought maybe you'd want to talk about it. So, it's just a stupid test. It's only the first one of the year. I'll get better. Not if you don't go to class. I'll admit it. I haven't been going to school because I can't handle it, okay? You can't handle what? Everything. I come into this new school with new classes and all these new people, and I just can't figure it all out. My classes are so hard. There's no way I can keep up with them. No way. But you can't call in sick forever, Anthony. The more time you miss, the farther behind you're gonna fall. I know that. Look, I know how you feel being scared. But sometimes you just gotta face things head on. When you do that, reality isn't as bad as you thought. My F is reality. You think you're the only kid in school who's failed a test this term? No. But you might be the only one who didn't go back afterwards. I know you're right. But it's hard, man. It's really hard.
More and more and more, I don't know where we're going to. More and more and more, there's so much we don't wanna do. 'Cause we lie, we cheat, and
Swift will soon, left to the face, right to your face. Smoking to make my case, make it. Ain't got time to be faking. It's my turn and I'm taking everything without shaking. No, heat with the bacon.
Happy is how we should be. Realizing we are wealthy. Living, do you want this mirth? Enjoy what it's worth. Anger, left behind you. Just don't let it find you. Love will not remain as long as you complain. More and more and more. I don't know where we're going to. More and more and more. There's so much we don't wanna do. 'Cause we lie, we cheat, and we run from each and everybody there. Yes, we lie, we cheat, and we hurt till somebody is in despair. More and more and more. More and more and more. More and more, bam, don't stop the jam. Pump the music and then there's no time for the problem. Not going to solve them. Just make sure you meant it. Show the fellas you get it. Being proud you said it. Never must you forget it. More and more and more. I don't know where we're going to. More and more and more. There's so much we don't wanna do. More and more and more. More and more and more.
What's up?
I'm waiting for rehearsal.
You know what I mean. Everybody's in school and you're here.
I've had it with school.
You had it with school? What's that supposed to mean?
I was wondering if maybe you had a job for me?
A job? Anthony, I don't think so. You need to be in school.
No way. I can't keep up with it. The work is too hard.
Okay, so you've been having trouble and now you just quit going?
I'll never catch up, so why even bother? If I drop out, maybe I can at least get a job and make some money.
Anthony, you just got here. So the work's a little tough right now. You'll get over it.
I don't think so, Dina. I studied really hard for one test, and I failed it.
Nobody expects anything from you except for you to do your best. If you need help with your work, you can get help.
Yeah, but...
I know. It's scary. You're in a new school and new faces and all of that. The only way to get over your fears is to face them. If you keep working your hardest, things will get better. I know they will.
Okay, Dina. Maybe you're right. I'll think about it.
Hello, the place. Hi, Kathy. This is Dina. Glad you came in.
Yeah, I am too.
Hey, guys. I want you to meet my old friend, Kathy.
Hey, Kathy.
Hi, how you doing?
Is Kathy?
Why are you surprised?
Surprised? Who's surprised? What Anna means is, we were sort of expecting someone a little different.
Listen, you be sure and tell your sister I would love to talk to her about opening a new restaurant.
I will. And you won't consider going in as a partner, huh?
I don't think so. I'm happy here.
Okay. Well, she can't say I didn't try, right? Hey, thanks for seeing me, Dina. Yeah. Hey, and by the way, you guys, you should think about being a little bit more helpful around here.
Excuse
What
me?
do you mean?
What?
Well, no, what I mean is if Dina's always so busy, do things like answer the phone once in a while instead of letting the machine always get it.
I might have stretched the truth just a little.
Stretch the truth?
I told him not to answer the phone. See, I thought you were still going to be mad at me about the joke I played on you in school.
You thought I'd still be upset about that? Dina, that was years ago.
I know, but you mentioned it on your message, and I knew how much you liked that guy Bob, and it was a really terrible thing for me to do.
Yeah, it was. But we do stuff like that when we're young, don't we? Besides, Bob's my husband now, so how upset could I still be?
Excuse me?
We've been married for 3 years. Yeah, after we left school, he and I met at this party, and I told him all about the crush that I had on him back then and about your little practical joke. We had a good laugh. So one thing led to another, and, we're really happy.
You are?
Yeah.
I mean, that's great.
Well, listen, I gotta run. It was really great to see you.
You too.
Yeah, and it was nice to meet you guys, too.
Bye.
See you later.
All right, so I was afraid of nothing.
Anthony.
I went back to school today.
Good job, Nancy.
But school's been out for hours.
I had some teachers I needed to see. It took a while.
What did they say?
Oh, I have a big load of work to catch up on, so they said they helped me after school until I did it.
It took a lot of guts to go back, Anthony.
Thanks a lot, you guys. You helped.
I think somebody once said, there's nothing to fear but fear itself. I guess you and Anthony proved that today.
I feel like such a jerk being afraid of Kathy. Just because I was so immature back then is no reason to think she'd be that way now.
Guess you got that right.
Oh.
Come on. Bye.
I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's the day. Yeah. The girl that's driving me mad is going away. Yeah. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She don't care. She said that being with me was bringing her down. Yeah. She could never be free if I was around. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, and she don't care. I don't know why she's riding so high. She ought to think right, she ought to do right by me before she gets through saying goodbye. She ought to think right, she ought to do right by me. I think I'm gonna be sad. I think it's today. Yeah. The girl that's driving me mad is going away. Oh. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride. She's got a ticket to ride, and she don't care. My baby don't care. My baby don't care. My baby don't care. My baby don't care.
Okay, Kids Incorporated fans, so we are up to the requests. I want to thank everybody for joining. We have 3 requests, and we dance. Sean, One Man Symphony by um, this person who requested it. I'll have that person pulled up here in a second. I'm sorry, I lose concentration on the chat. But anyways, and Thomas requesting They Don't Know. Let's get to They Don't Know by with Renee on it from Thomas, his request, and we will get you some more information. I really hope everybody will join in on May the 30th. We will continue these live streams every week on Sunday, this time every Sunday, about the fan-made posts. There are a ton of them, so there is a lot of information and media that I can stream on all of these things the fans have done to keep the Kids Inc. fandom alive well after 1993 for 40 years that the show has been around. So we will see everybody here next week. I'll see you right after requests. Here we go. Thank you for your requests today. Thank you for always joining. Let's get to Thomas, and then Sean's requests, and then One Man Symphony with Renee. So 2 requests for Renee. So Renee's really popular on this live stream. Here we go.
I gotta move. Nothing can hold me when I'm in the grip of the groove. Everyone's told me to follow my star. No use in waiting. There will be no hesitating. I'll be free, ever the dreamer, playing my one-man symphony. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm foolish to pin all my hopes on a song. Maybe I'll find out I just don't belong. Always a stranger, never aware of the danger. Out of key, chasing my rainbow, playing my one-man symphony. Dreamer, you fool, give in. Loser, you'll never win. Crazy to cease to run. When will it be enough? Dreamer, you're down, you're out. Wise up, what's life about? Your hopes are history. When will you ever see the light? I gotta move. Nothing can hold me when I'm in the grip of the groove. Everyone's told me to follow my star. No use in waiting. There will be no hesitating. I'll be free, ever the dreamer, playing my one-man symphony. No use in waiting. There will be no hesitating. I'll be free, ever the dreamer, playing my one-man symphony.
Okay, Kids Incorporated fans, yeah. Thank you for always joining. We're going to try to do this every week, if not every other week. Try to join in on the Instagram channel. I want everybody to ask Anthony his questions. This is going to give me a pretty good idea of how to handle the live streams from pretty much here on out. And things like that. So you have your opportunities to talk to the cast members as I can bring them on and who I can bring on, of course. But other than that, we will continue the fan-made posts over the last 40 years of Kids Incorporated next week, hopefully. Join in, same time, same place here on Sunday. This is a great time slot. I know a lot of people wonder, how and when is the best time to do live streams. So I hope I pretty much give a lot of people a good indication of how that really goes. But other than that, we will see you soon. Question, why do you love Kids Incorporated? Thanks for always keeping that Kids Inc. fandom alive. See you soon.
Hey, Ryan Lambert here. You're watching the All Cool, All Request Kids Incorporated fan page by Charlie on Facebook and YouTube. Enjoy.
Hey, it's Fergie here. I just wanted to say thank you so much to all my fan sites. You guys are sending so much love, and I just wanted to say thank you. I love you so much, and stay safe. Mwah.
What's up, y'all? Anthony Harrell here from the 9th season of Kids Incorporated, and you're watching the All Cool, All Request Kids Incorporated Fans by Charlie on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook.
Kids Incorporated was a memorable TV show from the mid-1980s that mixed music, drama, and comedy. It stood out because it featured young actors and was really enjoyable to watch. This show is interesting for many reasons, from its fun production stories to its lasting impact on TV. It's famous for its great music, stories that were easy to relate to, and the energy of its young stars. These qualities made it a standout show. Every character in the show was unique, from the lead singer with lots of charm to the funny drummer and the kind-hearted keyboard player. Their different personalities made the show fun and left us with great memories. Now it's your turn to share. What do you remember most about Kids Incorporated? Any special moments or experiences you had with the show? We'd love to hear your stories in the comments below. Let's celebrate the fun of Kids Incorporated together.